Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. I'm going to be honest, I'm not moving real well today, so if I look a little stiff, it's because I am suffering from back spasms currently. But nothing, well, some things would stop us, but not back spasms. We're still going to work. So today we're going to be playing with our blood python, and let me show you why. His cage needs cleaned. He also is just in too small of a tub. Like, this is too small. I'm open to admitting that. So what we're going to do is we're going to move him to a bigger tub, and when he outgrows this tub, then he'll go to a display cage. So let's see if we can't get him out. You've been a cranky buddy, huh? Oh, man. Get on there. Well, let's just see him on the floor here. Give me my hook back. Thank you. So you can kind of take a look at him and just kind of see how he's doing all over. Now, he is going to be eventually paired with this female here, but we're not ready for that yet. And you can see she shed kind of all over the place. And you got a lot of coconut in her water, so I'll have to clean that out in just a second. But that is going to be his girlfriend very soon. They are slightly different in the color, but she is fresh shed. He is not at the moment, so that could be part of it as well. Now this was sold to us as a matrix. Far from an expert in blood python, so it may prove not to be a matrix. It may prove to be. We'll know when we breed because the super matrix, because the female is a matrix. I can even see that. This one I did have a little bit harder time seeing the matrix in. But the super form of matrix is ivory. So we would be able to hit some ivories. If we don't hit any ivories, and this one probably isn't matrix, we'll just have matrices and normals, and we'll hold back some matrices, make some ivories. This for us, so every now and then we'll show you a snake like this, or we'll show you our green tree python, or we'll show you some of these things that is not a ball python. What I want to let you guys know, for those of you who are new here, we've talked about it a lot with snakes, about having little side projects, not always just doing the same thing. And so we're always going to try to, well, eventually, have a few clutches of different things. So we go to a table, or go to a show and have a table, if we ever have to do that again, which I hope we do. I kind of like shows, they're fun. Then what we'll end up doing is having oh, here's all our ball pythons, and there may be some eye candy bloods there. There may be some eye candy green trees there, some carpets there. All these little side projects, we'll have a few of each there, hopefully. And just as much as we're trying to sell them, because we will be, they're also there to attract attention. Because here's what people will do sometimes. Oh, ball pythons. Oh, ball pythons. Oh, ball pythons. Oh, what is that? And then they'll stop at your table. They'll engage with you. You can talk with them. You'll talk to them about the blood, the carpet, whatever you got. And then they'll go, oh, that's really cool. Hey, can I look at that? Sure. And then they'll buy the ball python. And even though they walked by 5 tables of nothing but ball pythons, having something to get the conversation started can be helpful. So it gives us another avenue to sell. It also gives us a way to get that conversation going. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try to put him in his new tub and just see how he does. A couple reasons why I'm using a hook. One is he can be a cranky pants. And 2 is I'm having back spasms, so I don't really want to bend over that far. But he seems to be pretty decent today. Yeah, come here, buddy. Oh. Now he is a big, heavy guy. Big, heavy sauce. So we're just going to kind of slide him partially. Put him in there. See if he'll go on his own. One thing I did learn, because again, I am not an expert. So if you guys remember, we did a video with O'Malley's Morse. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. I know it's a very, very long one, okay? Super long video. But one thing we learned from O'Malley's Morse is that one of the things that we were doing wrong, again, see, when I tell you guys, well, I screw something up, I'm willing to admit it, is we were probably keeping these guys a little too warm. They don't need as warm of a temp as ball pythons. I've seen a lot of people keep them in the same rack. They can be kept that warm, so it wasn't a big deal. They eat really good at that warmth and everything else, so we weren't too worried about it. But it can lead to them being somewhat cranky. So some of the crank factor was probably due to the warmth. So what we've gone and done is cooled them down. Now how have we cooled them down? They're still in the same rack, you say. Well, if you notice, both of our blood pythons are going to be in the lower portion of the rack. It was over here as well. It wasn't on the very bottom. It was second to bottom. Here it's on the very bottom. What are you doing? No, you're going the wrong way. You need to go into there. Oh my goodness. Get in there. Get in there. Ugh. Oh, sorry. I made you touch your own face. The other thing I've done is I put a little more litter in there. They will bury themselves. They will like to dig down more so than a ball python will. And that extra cushion will also prevent as much heat from coming up through, in essence, lowering the overall ambient temperature inside the cage. So we are trying to keep them a little cooler than we do our ball pythons that way. And of course, when they go to a display cage, when they're full grown, then we can set that temp exactly where we want it. But we learned a wealth of knowledge from him. That was one of the things when I went to film with him I was so excited about when I found out how many short tails and bloods and things he had, was I got to go to school. I got to learn some things from not just forums, but from hands-on experience and seeing it in action, which for me is a better way of learning. So do go back and check that out. All right, guys, this was more just to show a video of a snake graduating to a new tub that we don't get to show very often. So I'll go ahead and go to Kurt. Kurt, you got any questions?
No.
All right, guys, that's all I got. We'll see you next time.